Why I recommend bringing up astrology immediately on a first date, because I personally can never date somebody who thinks like this. You know how they say before the age of 7, if a child draws a purple bunny and you say bunnies aren't purple, it kills their creativity? I've taken that way too seriously throughout my life, but I hate dream killers. I hate people who refuse to breathe life into any idea that they can't physically see or touch. That's boring to me. I'm so I'm a Pisces, and that person is a dream killer. It fundamentally will not work. I also have a theory that people who think like this have like control issues.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
And are control freaks. Because something about completely rejecting astrology without even like seeking educated information feels like you have a desperation to control your environment to something you can understand, when it's very possible you live in a world that you really don't have the human capability to fully comprehend.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
And you're just not okay with that. So in order to control the situation, you have to shut out a possibility when you don't even have all the facts. But it's giving, to me, it gives control freak.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. We just watched a little clip from Baggy Maggie here, and she has some information about astrology. We're gonna be talking about astrology today. I don't know if you guys know what astrology is. I don't know too much about it myself. I know that a lot of women like it, and usually if women like something, it means I don't like it. That's just kind of the way it goes. A lot of guys are like that. Women love astrology. They love astrology because, again, it does the one thing that women just love to do, and that is to skirt accountability. Everything that happens with astrology, you have to understand everything with astrology deals with the sun, the moon, the stars, the night you were born, the day you were conceived, and all this other stuff which you have no control over. And that's great. That works perfectly for women because they can just have any sort of emotion and blame it on the month they were born. Is this the easiest way to skirt accountability? So women obviously are going to flock to this, and in a lot of cases get engulfed. And I was reading a story about a woman who started to believe in something called alchemy astrology, and you can look this up. It's actually from what I read, this particular group is basically a cult. She got into a cult that was teaching her about the month she was born and all this other stuff, and she was in it for 2 years and didn't even know she was in a cult. It's a crazy story. I'm not going to cover it here today, but I do have a few clips we're going to be watching, so sit back, relax, grab you a snack. Hey, how's it going? My name's Ratboy. Let's get into it.
If this is your rising sign, everyone wants to date you. I'm Tara. I'm a professional modern astrologer. This rising sign is so charismatic, but also mysterious, also a little bit seductive. They just have an energy about them that attracts people like crazy. These are people who they break up with someone, but there's already someone in line who's ready to date them next. Scorpio rising, this is you. Scorpio risings are also very good at getting what they want. They really know how to manipulate their energy so that things work out for them. They know how to act, they know what to say, but also they don't give too much away, which creates that mystery that people find very appealing. There's also something a little bit dangerous about Scorpio rising. Not that Scorpio risings are themselves dangerous, but there's just something about their energy that people are like, ooh, could I survive that person? I don't know, but I want to find out. Are you a Scorpio rising? Let me know in the comments.
No, I'm not a Scorpion rising. The only thing that's rising is my anger level, because none of this makes any sense. Now, we can go through the comments here, and you can go through the comments, and there's going to be plenty of comments that say, oh, it's me, except none of this happens to me in real life. If only it was true. If only it really happened. If only this. So when these comments are not turned off, which I'm going to be honest with you, Baggy Maggie here, not her. Baggy Maggie here was, her comments were turned off. And you can only, you know why? Because regular men like this, Thick Richard, we all know what that means. He is just stating the fact. He says astrology is objectively false. There is absolutely no proof to back up any of these claims, but women love it. Women love this stuff, and there are just search on TikTok for astrology. There's so many different types of, I'm doing air quotes here, content creators that are covering this stuff daily, multiple videos a day, multiple tips and tricks on how to maximize your astrological astrology, whatever. It's completely insane. It is. But this is going to be your typical, because I think we all know, we've all realized a lot of women compare their astrology beliefs when they're dating random men. That's one of the first questions they'll ask. And that woman was completely right. That is a great way that men can filter out some of these women, is if they start asking you about signs and risings and Scorpios and Geminis and everything else, I think you know where you need to go. You need to just turn around, walk in the opposite direction, because that's basically telling you that she is not going to take accountability for anything if y'all end up getting in a relationship. It's just not going to happen. This happens every single time. A lot of men will tell you this. This is the easiest way women can skirt accountability, and they've been doing it since the beginning of time. Now here we have that's a pleasant face to see. Let's go and get this one started.
Your partner is a reflection of you, and that's why you'll never see a Gemini with a dumb person. I said what I said. Y'all want to laugh at how difficult it is to date a Gemini, but that's because Geminis just don't date anybody. Like, Geminis vet. Like, they observe and they determine whether or not you are a good look next to them, because who you're with is a reflection of you. So if you with some emotionally lacking, intelligent, starving fucking individual, what does that say about you? That's what you allow. That's who you are. Mama didn't raise no fool. I'm sorry, but if you don't know how Congress works and you don't understand about Pangea, how am I gonna look like fucking you? I'm gonna look real dumb and real suspect, and that's one thing a Gemini is not. And if you're the type that's boring as fuck and you ain't got much to say or add to a conversation, I don't understand how a Gemini is really gonna vibe with you. I mean, it's all fun and games till you're like 70 years old eating bonbons stuck on a couch watching reruns of season 59 of the Kardashians. It doesn't sound like a life that I would like to live. So if you're the type that is always attracted to dumb people, that says a lot. If you're the type of person that's always attracting people that cheat on you, that says a lot. Certain zodiac signs allow shenanigans into their life because they're bored, or I don't know what the reason is, but not a Gemini. A Gemini loves themselves, they know themselves. So for them to want to be entertained by something that they're not going to benefit of, it's not happening. Geminis, drop a comment below if you agree that your partner is a reflection of you.
This woman's very angry for no reason. I think she has a lot of pent up hostility. I made the video about how there's a lot of angry women out there right now, and it's completely true. It is completely true. They are super angry, and for no particular reason. They're just mad at the world, and they have everyone to blame. They'll blame the patriarchy. They'll blame the men is who they blame the most, men, which is why we have the 4B movement where, oh God, it's not looking good for these women. They're freaking out. They're completely losing control. They're yelling into the cameras about Geminis and everything else, and there's no end in sight, at least for right now. Something very interesting about videos like this is that she is so concerned about, I'm guessing she dates men, so we're just going to assume that. She is so concerned about the astrological sign of these men that she's dating. She's not taking into account that if a man saw this video of her on her TikTok, he would absolutely just, it doesn't matter what his astrology sign was, he will just leave. He'll run away. This is unhinged behavior. And then these women are sitting in the front seat of their car asking, oh, well, why won't men take me serious? Why won't men talk to me? Look at what you're putting out into the world. This is something you posted publicly for people to see. This is not good. And this is supposed to be advice. Is this advice? This doesn't seem like advice. It just seems like you're yelling into a camera for absolutely no reason, because you can't change any of this. You can't change the month and the year you were born. That's not how any of this works.
these placements or aspects, I just know that you attract a lot of really obsessive people. If you have Venus-Pluto aspects, for example, you have a conjunction, an opposition, even square. These aspects create themes of like intense love and need for control. Like other people may feel like they need you to feel complete. Next will be having Moon-Pluto aspect. This is giving like emotional pull, like creating bonds that are impossible to sever. I feel like if you're someone with this aspect, you always attract people that like latch onto you. Like it's kind of like a death grip, you know? Next will be having Venus-Saturn aspects. This is not like inherently obsessive. This aspect's more like you attract people that are like deathly afraid of losing you. It's like over clinginess, I guess, like, or over fixation. Next would be having your Neptune in the first house or having Neptune conjunct your rising sign. This can kind of create like a dream-like quality, I guess, and like someone's energy. This aura can like make other people obsessed with the idea of you. Like even if it doesn't align with reality, especially if it's like Neptune conjunct Venus, for example. These people are like always idealized, always romanticized. Like people are just overly emotionally or romantically fixated on them. Next would be having any 12th house influence, especially like your personal planets, like your moon in the 12th house or your Venus in the 12th house. This house is all about like the subconscious, the unseen. And the worst part of this, I feel like this is the most dangerous kind of like placement aspects to have when it comes to obsession, because I feel like these people, they don't even know that like certain people are obsessed with them. It's like unknowingly they evoke this like fascination, fixation, or like obsession from other people, whatever you want to call it. Like this is giving like stalker energy. It's very dangerous.
I would like to take this video, take the sound of this video and overlay it onto like maybe a insane asylum patient. They're just rambling. That's kind of what it sounds like. It just sounds like incoherent ramblings, a lot of just mumbo jumbo that just does not make any sense. She talked for an entire minute and 26 seconds and none of it made any sense. And this video has 13,000, 1.3 million views. This is what we're doing here. This is reality for these women. Now, I'm not going to say every woman believes in astrology. That is far from the truth. I'm sure there's plenty of women out there that really don't believe in any of this stuff. But when I say a majority of women do, a majority of women believe in some sort of astrology. Okay, and this is what we're dealing with here. Now, this next topic I'm going to be talking about has nothing to do with astrology. Thank God. However, it has a lot to do with, well, YouTubers like me. Okay, this is serious stuff. I'm going to pull up a little graphic here. Give me 1 second. We have some sad news. This is from the 4B movement subreddit, and it goes, unsubscribing from male YouTubers. Oh no, what will we do? She goes on to say she's a lesbian. She's 32 years old and she's not entertaining men romantically or even really platonically. Well, why would you? Just the first 3 words in that sentence was, you are a lesbian. Why would you entertain men romantically? That does not make any sense. But let's continue. One area I can participate though is not contributing to male YouTubers. Okay, I don't like social media, so the only ones I have are Reddit and YouTube. I'm realizing even the nice guy YouTubers I follow occasionally say some weird shit about women or gay people. I'm done letting that shit slide. I'm unfollowing a bunch, and even the few I don't plan to unfollow because they're more informative channels and I actually learn from are getting an instant unfollow the second they say anything that rubs me the wrong way. Of course, also diving deeper into content made by and for women. Gonna be honest, I really mean it when I say I hate social media, so I probably won't reply much in the comments. Just wanted to share how I plan to contribute to the movement. Well, thank you for your contributions. I'm not sure what YouTubers you are following, but they probably have millions and millions of subscribers, and zero can lose a subscriber, I guess. I mean, doubt it's going to be hurting his numbers. And then this next comment is 4B, someone saying, I unsubscribe from Hassan Abi. I used to think he was a good role model for young incels, but he's nothing but a coomer with no real empathy for women. A Twitch streamer. So I'm not sure. I mean, unsubscribe from his YouTube channels, but I don't think he has anything to do with the YouTube channel. So you really, I mean, just interesting, very interesting. And you can read the rest of the comments. He ended up going to like a brothel and all this stuff. I don't really know too much about any of that. So now we have women that are not even romantically involved with men. They are going out of their way, just like this woman said, to unsubscribe from any male YouTubers they might follow. They're doing their part. They're definitely doing their part. You know what? That's very brave of them. I find that very brave. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I just hope that she wasn't following me because I need all the subscribers I can get. Actually, I am on the way to 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We have a few, 2 weeks left. I would really appreciate it, but that is going to be the end of today's video. Comment, like it, please, and I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.